Hola Scorpios, it's Tarot by Tess with your May 2018 reading. I'm going to do a modified Celtic cross for you to see what's coming up. Keep in mind this is a general reading, so not everything will apply, but glean what you can from the reading and apply it to your situation. Also, some of this may, for your current situation, may happen now. It may have happened very recently, or it may happen in the very near future. It may not occur within the month of May. It may have occurred before. All right, let's see. What's the current situation for Scorpios for the month of May 2018? Right, so we have the Knight of Wands. Let's see what else. I don't want to interpret that until I get some context. Why is this Knight of Wands this situation? We can clarify or add on. Four of Pentacles reversed. Okay. I'm seeing here that somebody has kind of left something behind them. They had to let it go. They're trying to be more independent. Could be a fire sign, could be an earth sign. It could be Scorpios. You've maybe left a fire sign and an earth sign behind. Somebody may have had to move. Also, this may be somebody's learning, most likely Scorpio, although this is kind of weird, but learning how to open up and be more flirtatious. Like what? Scorpios? Huh? So maybe there's somebody that you've really been closed off with, and maybe you're going to open up and be more flirtatious. I don't see it as really serious, so make sure that's communicated. Okay, sorry, I have sirens in the background. I'll clarify in a little bit. All right, what is crossing Scorpio? Wow, did you see that? Did a little pirouette. Page of Cups reversed. Really? Oh, this is not opening up feelings. So your situation is, okay. So some of you, somebody's opening up their feelings and you're hightailing it out of there. Okay. This is most likely you as a water sign, but it could be another water sign you're dealing with. This is ruled by Pisces, so it could be a Pisces in particular. But this is not revealing your feelings. It could be that you have really bad communication or really difficult communication. And it could be that somebody has some low self-esteem and they're trying to be more independent. So they're trying to let go of the clutches, or somebody's just held on so tightly that you're having to flee to get away from the clutches because they need so much of your attention. Okay. What is the root of the situation? Okay, it looks like Seven of Pentacles. Yes. So what led to this situation is you thought about it. You really contemplated whether or not this was a good investment. And I'm seeing a little bit of unrequited love. So that could be why this person is clinging on so tight. This could be you doing this to someone else, or somebody could be doing this to you, because you know how magnetic you guys are. So just really thinking and pondering whether or not you should give this opportunity a chance. This person needed a lot of attention and reassurance. And you kind of wanted to see what would happen. But with Four of Pentacles reversed in your situation, you need Three of Pentacles in your reading, which is saying to work together. Also, somebody just needs some encouragement. There is this idea of possibly moving houses at some point, or moving in with a partner, perhaps. But see, somebody wants your attention, or you want theirs. But it's like somebody's being petty or childish, and they don't want to give it. Okay, let's see. What is the recent past that led to the situation for Scorpios? The Tower. Ooh. So this is a Scorpionic card. You could have recently gone through a breakup and you're having to let all that go and be more independent. In fact, maybe January or February, perhaps, even December, you guys had a reading where you were going through a pretty bad breakup, okay? And then you wanted to be the Knight of Wands, and that was a challenge for you. And so I had advised you that there was somebody you were going to be looking at who was like a true love scenario, but you wanted to be independent and Knight of Wands. And I advised you to not involve this person because that's not what they're about, and you don't want to like get hurt feelings. So you may have really thought about something. You may have thought about investing with this person because you had a really big shock of some sort, most likely a breakup. Could also be relocation, like maybe losing a job or leaving a job. Well, there we go. This is, I didn't get to say it yet, so it still applies to the Tower here. Definitely breakup or not getting along. Also, I'm getting the feeling that some of you are kind of flabbergasted that somebody wants to come out of conflict with you. Or maybe somebody was working with you on something. We did have that Three of Pentacles alluded to. So you could have worked with somebody on something and somehow been surprised. I don't know what that's about. And it's nothing you did. You just happen to be like a recipient of the shock. And you're going to know what that is. I mean, this is a general reading, so it can be so many different things. You were expecting an argument, but you didn't get it. Now, in some cases, this Five of Wands reversed is legal disputes. Somebody doing something irrational. And it's usually due to somebody having low self-esteem or doubting themselves, maybe being overly defensive because of those reasons. I'm saying that the person's just in need of some kind of soul searching, really. It looks like they're going to get it with the Tower. All right, what is the overall? Okay. Wow. You have a lot of cards as your overall. I've seen most of them, so I'm just only going to pull the ones that I saw. Okay. So first thing I saw was the Four of Cups in reverse. So overall, it looks like you had an offer come in. Okay. This could also be an alternative outcome, so it doesn't have to be past or present. It could be in the future. Now here, normally I would see this as rejection, but because this cup is reversed too, this is an opportunity that's taken. It's finally seen, maybe after several attempts. And so in that case, that could be what this is. Or it could have been a rejection, and then in the future, it comes back around. But it seems to be like a cyclical, maybe karmic tie, even. But I feel like somebody broke up to make room for something else or someone else. And again, with the Knight of Wands here, even though he's not reversed, okay, he's not malicious, but he is Knight of Wands, so he is very independent and wants his freedom. And so he's seeking mostly pleasure, and that's what the Four of Cups reversed is. Somebody was bored, discontent, and like, I'm going to seek pleasure. But you're going to find out at some point, if you haven't already, that is like a waste of life, is seeking pleasure only. Or it's just not satisfying you in some way. Okay. Then we have, Two of Cups, so twin flame energy, not karmic. So Four of Cups reversed is saying go back to Three of Cups. Three of Cups must be reversed because we have Two of Cups. Three of Cups reversed is not uniting, also not working together, not getting together with your friends when really you should, because your friends are going to help you out. But here we have a meeting of the minds, whereas before it wasn't happening. Somebody was very stubborn about it. So maybe what you were thinking about actually paid off, because I do have good investment here. And so there is this idea of a union of some sort, maybe a reunion even, but maybe it was turned down previously. I see lots of good things here with that. And then we have the Nine of Cups in reverse, which threw me off a little bit because I'm seeing, well, kind of like not getting what you want. But in this case, I feel like this is saying somebody had been not regarding other people enough. And they realized they weren't satisfied. They weren't emotionally fulfilled. They weren't getting what they wanted by being selfish or shallow. Something was just missing deep down. And they realized that maybe they were just afraid of being alone. So it could have been a relationship where it just wasn't satisfying because they were settling. Could have been that they were living, a Three of Cups lifestyle, and now the Three of Cups is reversed because it's alluded to here, which is not doing that. But overall, just realize you're kind of disappointed with love. And it could be depression affecting your love life. I'm just seeing not being satisfied. And then what you want is Two of Cups. You want something special. You don't want the Three of Cups. You want the Two of Cups. All right, what's coming up in the next 3 months in the near future as the outcome for Scorpio's 3 months? What's coming up? Next 3 months, what's coming up for Scorpios in regards to the situation? You're going to meet somebody, I feel, that's going to get you out of depression. You are going to get an offer. Definitely. I mean, each person in the Two of Cups has the Ace of Cups. They're bringing something to the table here. It could involve forgiveness, okay? But this is starting over again, having a fresh start and being very happy. Definitely romantic in this way, but it's going to involve a reconciliation of some sort. Love offer. And, the Ace of Cups is being offered from somebody from the past. Could be a Cancer or a Scorpio, another Scorpio, because that's what rules this card. So somebody from your past is offering you that Ace of Cups, or you're offering it to them within the next 3 months. And there may be some kind of forgiving that needs to happen here. I mean, some people could get pregnant if that's what they're looking for, because we do have a gestation card. But I don't feel like that's entirely what would be here. All right, what's coming up as the outcome for Scorpios for the next 6 months? Ooh. I hope you're thinking about somebody from your past, because it looks like it's happening. Also, just be careful, because with the Tower here and the Six of Cups, I'm seeing if you neglect the situation, like maybe procrastinate a little too much, it's going to lead to some kind of upheaval. Okay? So don't neglect it too long. All right, so let's see what's going on in 6 months from now. Okay, I'm also getting here, because of the Six of Cups now, in your situation and what's crossing you, somebody may have been not very sentimental about the past, and somebody else was too sentimental. And I'm seeing that maybe that's going to start switching around now. Somebody maybe had focused on, independent projects and traveling. Okay, and what's the outcome for 6 months from now for Scorpios? Okay, well, we have the revelation of secrets, or coming out. Not literally coming out, but... So we had the Nine of Wands, which is being defensive, okay? That's why you could have been shocked if somebody was nice to you. Just making sure you're putting up the barriers to somebody from your past. So even though this is being offered, or you're offering this to somebody, there's still this idea of you hurt me, whether that's from your end or theirs. And so there's going to be these obvious barriers, and it may just sometimes take these down. And I think you could be a little conflicted, because with the Tower here in your past, and this is in your outcome for the next 6 months, I get this idea of retribution. Somebody wants retribution, or maybe that's what you're fearing. And Scorpios are known for revenge of sorts. So that could be why you're afraid of this, because that's like one of your first thoughts. But the only retribution I'm seeing coming is probably from you. So if you're not planning on it, then you're fine. After that, we have the Devil reversed. So this is getting out of that paranoid thought. Getting out of... I'm trying to think how to say this. I don't know how to say this. Okay, so if you're planning on kind of having a facade of, ooh, nice romance from the past, but you're really planning some kind of retribution, or you're afraid that somebody else is doing that, but I feel like if you're planning this for some reason, the Devil reversed is telling me that just be cautious, because something that you're going to try as an adventure could end up dangerous. I'm seeing that to play both sides of the fence. Because the High Priestess is here. The secrecy, the deception will be known. You might actually reveal it yourself, like, look, I was planning on this, but, in the interim, I realized that there really was no reason, or something of that nature. So again, you could be planning something, and then with the, Nine of Cups reversed, realizing that you were just really self-absorbed, and a lot of the stuff, you were in your own world kind of a thing, and you weren't seeing things clearly. I guess you could say paranoia in some ways. I feel like there's a little bit more here. I'm not really sure exactly what it is. But if you have any kind of secret ambition of some sort or determination, it'll come out. It could be somebody getting over obsession. I also have an emotional affair. Possibly blackmail. That could be the retribution. Somebody may be afraid that this is happening to them, or it could have already started. But I'm not sure what there is to fear, because it looks like great stuff here. I think the Tower just kind of shocked you in some way. Made you a little paranoid. All right, then we have the Fool. I'm seeing that you should trust the situation. 3 major arcana that are coming out of darkness, being honest and truthful and trusting. Because this person's not going to be like anybody else. In fact, I see you guys as being very, very similar. So be optimistic. There's hope for a new beginning. All right, let's see what's going to come out in the next spread. All right, so first position is what's your current situation? What's the current situation for Scorpios for the month of May 2018? I just have to pull for you guys. Okay, Hangman reversed. You guys have seen something differently. Like a whole new perspective has come up for you. You had some kind of a belief, that was holding you back that just wasn't true. It was like a bad judgment. But you've kind of held on to it, almost like a security blanket, and you're having to release that. And also, I'm kind of seeing like selfishness. And you may realize that you were, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but that you were so involved in your own like self or thoughts or world that you may have missed a really good opportunity. And so you realize maybe your judgment wasn't quite right, or your intuition wasn't quite right. Could be involving a Pisces, because this is ruled by Pisces. But there's also ruled by Neptune, which is the planet of surprises. So you could be surprised again by what you're changing your beliefs about. Let's get another card involving the situation currently. Okay, 2 more major arcana. Wow. I feel like there's definitely a revelation. Definitely revelation, new perspective, revelation. Maybe it's bittersweet. Maybe missed opportunity due to someone not seeing something right. 9 of Pentacles reversed. Somebody may have realized that they had some expectations that maybe were disappointed. That they realized perhaps what happened was considered a failure on their part. And maybe you're wanting to settle down more. With the star here, there's an idea of maybe it's successful this time. And with the Hanged Man, I'm seeing unpredictable behavior, but Hanged Man's reversed, so it's more predictable. But there is some kind of depression that's going on, and it's affecting your love life. And I do feel like there's an unanticipated turn of events. It could be bittersweet, doesn't have to be. But you're seeing a situation in a way that's just not realistic or factual. So then you kind of have a new perspective after something happens. I don't know what it is. And you may realize, oh wow, I took somebody for granted. I didn't count my blessings when I should have. All right, the next position is your issue, obstacle, or fate. That wanted to come out. Now it's trying to hide. Ooh, Magician. Well, this is a good thing if it's your issue, obstacle, or fate. This is saying you have the power to make everything right. You have the power of good communication. I also seen really good ideas. Inspiration, especially with all these revelations. Maybe there's a muse of some sort, but just inspired. If there's depression, maybe that's somehow how you get inspired. Or you were depressed, but then something came along and inspired you again. You could feel like now you're a more talented competitor, whether that's in love or work, because this is kind of a work card too. But I'm saying, you're charming. You realize this person is charming. You see the potential now that maybe you didn't. But there's this idea of like confident in love, confident in work, getting an original flash of insight or idea, having a good love life, good sex life. I mean, that's what's your issue, obstacle, or fate. So it seems to just be more like a fate rather than anything else. But I see lots of innovation. Something brand new is coming around, especially when it's out of a failure of some sort. Okay, so I didn't get to say it yet, so it's still part of your issue or obstacle. The 5 of Swords. With the Magician too. I'm seeing like, do not trust a trickster. So I don't know if you're afraid somebody's tricking you. He is a manipulator of some sort, so you could be the trickster. Okay. That's what I get. Like, don't trust the trickster. Not sure what that's about. Overall, it's good, and then we have the Five of Swords all of a sudden. I mean, there could have been a betrayal in love, and now you're here to, like, fix it, maybe? Oh. Also, just a lot of ambition. Like somebody's really determined to get something done in work or love. But it could be that something's gone on and people have lost faith in your ability to get something done. But you're not. You're on the right path. You're following the right timeline. Just not everybody's on your timeline. Okay, so the next one is your obstacle or fate. Your steps or advice. And we have the Hierophant. So this is saying to be, maybe to give somebody an answer. Also, I'm having inspiration again. So lots of inspiration coming up for you. Maybe assistance or an encouraging word. You might give this. You might get this. I'm also seeing take initiative. This is an initiation kind of a card. Not into a cult necessarily, but just take the initiative. Then we have Libra, the Justice card in reverse. I'm seeing harsh judgment. There was some kind of an injustice, but it was more like either you were overly critical or overly optimistic, especially with the Sun card here. And this is saying to reconcile that. Somebody was saying one thing and then doing something else, like not walking their talk. And this is a self-deception card. If this is your steps, it means it feels like you were doing this. Somehow you were deceiving yourself with, again, a limiting belief that you had, most likely in love or even self-esteem issues regarding work. And I'm seeing this was dishonest. It could have been a self-deception as well as deception of someone else. Sorry, I'm just kicking my table. Somebody didn't trust their intuition or their instincts, and they pretty much sabotaged themselves. So I'm saying to reconcile that situation. Oh, and then we have the Lovers. Okay. This is saying to seek harmony, to seek union or reconciliation. Especially when it comes to love. I do think there's an idea of seeking spiritual values because we do have the Hierophant here. And being more intimate with people, not necessarily physically. And if there's any kind of guilt about an injustice, I'm seeing to get free of that. I'm also seeing you analyze situations and you're very sharp and intuitive about those situations. You have fair decisions. However, we have all this idea of, limiting beliefs, not listening to intuition or not being able to access it in some way. And so you get a new insight of some sort. And this is saying maybe you're going to analyze it differently. This is non-judgmental acceptance. So that's what needs to happen here. I'm seeing love can exist here if you stop putting restrictions on it. I mean, I look here, and we have the Breaking Chains card. There's something you see differently. It could be, not putting limitations on things. Okay, the next card is your Strength. Scorpio, this is not your strength. This is your weakness, being so private. But the idea is to open up. So it's that you have so much to give. You don't always give it, but you have a lot to give. You have a lot to offer people. And even though it's a money card, it's not about money. It's just whatever it is that makes you so special. That's what you have to offer. Yeah. You may even have a secret to tell somebody. Okay, let's see what else your strength is. It's going to help you with the steps. I could also see you trying to get different perspectives. Seven of Cups. You tend to be pretty rational, okay? And you may be able to see all kinds of perspectives. But again, you may have just focused on one particular perspective, and it just happened to be the wrong one, okay? Now, with Seven of Cups in reverse, I'm seeing somebody may not have liked you, you may not have liked them, but it's just because you didn't know them very well, or they didn't know you very well. And this is, again, liking somebody for what's inside of them. So that could be what your strength is you like people for their insides. But also, whatever you have to offer is a strength, whatever's on the inside. And you know what's best for you, or who is best for you. And even though there is some clouded judgment here with the Seven of Cups reversed about deceiving oneself, it says that you'll seek clarity, and you'll put decisions on hold until you can make a more rational decision. Also, if this is a workplace situation, then you understand you understand which coworkers are doing what kind of a thing. And I get this feeling you're ready to settle down for some reason. Seven of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. There's the idea of, like, I don't know, like willing to settle, maybe not in court, but finally doing something that should have already been done. Okay. All right. What's the potential outcome for Scorpios for the month of May 2018? Judgment. So looks like people are getting second chances. So there could be a reconciliation, because we did have that Six of Cups in the last reading. But it's also wiping the slate, burying whatever needs to be buried, healing, resolution, coming to terms with the past. We do have a lot of accepting responsibility, accepting one's actions, and then forgetting. And we have receiving justice, especially if there was an injustice of some sort, because we do have that in your action. And what you're clearing away is guilt, shame, harsh judgments, bad judgments, lack of awareness. You're definitely seeing something differently, which is good. Also, one of your strengths is that you're possessive with this card here. Possibly even obsessive, because we do have a little bit of obsessive and fantasy. So those are some of your strengths, for whatever reason. Okay, so second chances. That's good. Something's going to grow from this. So it seems like you kind of have the same reading, only there's more insight and inspiration with this second reading. All right, let's see what comes up for you from the Angel Answers deck. Okay, so again, choose a new direction. Could be a new perspective. There we go. There's a peaceful resolution to the situation. I mean, yeah, judgment's there. Helpful people. Okay, so there's people who can help you, but you guys might also just be helpful with each other. The situation will improve. 11. Let's see if there's any more. Oh. Remain positive. I had a feeling that would come out at some point. Forgiveness needed to come out. Good. And yes, very positive reading, Scorpios. All right, so good luck with your person from the past.